Hello, my name is Mariah Combs, and today's defining moment on Black history is the March on Washington. The March on Washington occurred in 1963. 250,000 people came. It was made for African American rights. It also occurred when Martin Luther King had his famous I Have a Dream speech. In 1941, A. Philip Randolph, head of Brotherhood, planned a mass march on Washington to protest blacks' exclusion from the World War II and to defend jobs. Soon, Randolph called off the plan of the march. Soon it would take 20 years before the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, or EEOC, was formed to take the same issues. In the mid-1950s, Randolph proposed another march on Washington. In May 1954, 25,000 demonstrators gathered at the Lincoln Memorial. In 1963, in the wake of violent attacks on civil rights demonstrators in Birmingham, Alabama Monument built another protest, with Randolph planning a march for jobs and King in the SCLC planning one for freedom. The two groups decided to merge in efforts to the mass protest. President John F. Kennedy met with the civil rights leaders and thought it would just end in violence. Kennedy said the march was ill-timed. Randolph and King still wanted to go through with it. The march started for freedom and jobs for African Americans. It happened on August 28, 1963. More than 3,000 members of the press covered the event. King agreed to do his speech last. The speech was supposed to be 4 minutes long, but it ended up being 16 minutes long. At one part of the speech, Mahalia Jackson said, "Tell him about the dream." Then they told him about the dream.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit down together at the table of brotherhood. I have a dream that one day, even the state of Mississippi, a state sweltering with the heat of injustice, sweltering with the heat of oppression, will be transformed into an oasis of freedom and justice. I have a dream. When we allow freedom reign, when we let it reign from every village and every hamlet, from every state and every city, we will be able to speed up that day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing in the words of the old Negro spiritual, "Free at last, free at last, thank God Almighty, we are free at last."
Thank you for watching. I'm Mariah Combs, and this has been the defining moment of Black History Month.